This is episode 2 of looking on Reddit posts and basically answering the questions as if the person was asking me. You guys really like the original one that I made, and I said, hey, if you guys want more, just let me know. And yeah, you guys really said you really like it. So hey, we're bringing out another one. I just want to say, check out the environment, guys. Pretty sweet. Got check that one out. But I've got a whole room and I've set up like all these shelves because you guys have said you guys don't like the background, which is alright. On this channel I want maximum criticism so that I can improve my content. So I'm gonna be like every single video I'm gonna like constantly like circle around. So it just keeps it more fresh. Just keeps it more fresh, right? So anyways, well let's begin. Alright, so this guy's asking is the Victini box is the new Greninja / Kingdra box to invest in. Now, my answer would be yes and no. So the Greninja and Kingdra box had really bad booster packs inside, but it had a really good promo. This one has really decent booster packs inside, but it's also a really decent promo. So it's like good overall, which generally those don't really tend to stand out. Generally, premium boxes that appreciate a lot is just where the promo is just blows you out of the water, right? I mean, we're talking Mewtwo Mew from the Sun and Moon tin. We're talking like Darkrai and Umbreon from the Sun and Moon collection box. We're talking, those 3 VMAX collection boxes, the alt art collection boxes. We're talking those. The packs could be terrible inside. It doesn't really matter because the promo is so good. Now, the packs being good is a bonus, but it's really about that promo. The Shrouded Fable box, no one really cares about Shrouded Fable. Most of the value in that box is just the Greninja alone. I would probably say it will do well, but I wouldn't expect it to do those phenomenal Sun and Moon gains where it's like a $40 box is like $1,500 and you're like 33xing your money. I would not expect that. I would say it's going to do well, but not that well, to be honest. And it is actually a really expensive entry on the secondary market. It's about $90, but I think the retail is like $45, $50. It's not that it's expensive, but it's, I don't know. I would not hold it, to be honest. Okay, so this guy's saying that the Mega Evolution booster box is ranging about the 260 to 320 range on eBay, and he's saying closer to release, what do you guys expect the price to be? What I expect it to be is 2 outcomes. I think it's either going to be I have no idea or I have no freaking clue. You can't predict these kind of things. There's a million factors, and anybody who does have a prediction, like you can make a prediction if you want, but most of them are just going to be pulling numbers straight out of their ass and literally nothing else. What's the distribution like? How many stores have ordered it? How many stores in your regional area have ordered it and are getting it? What is the print width? What is the demand? Like all these different questions. And then on top of that, how many single individuals are getting large amounts that want to invest in it? There's a million questions. It's a hard question to answer. I probably will go down, but at the same time, realistically, no one knows. And people who know the future, generally, like, you can't really listen to them. The only people I would listen to are people who have card shops. If someone has a card shop and they can compare their distribution from other sets, and they can say, my distribution from this set, I don't know, Desert Rails, I got 30 boxes, and Mega Evolution, I'm getting 2. Well, then I would say, all right, it's probably going to hold its price. But if they say, oh, no, I can order as many as I want, then I'd go, oh, okay, maybe it'll dip in price. So, very hard question to answer. This guy's just talking about how the Gengar recently sold for $6,100 as a PSA 10. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, and that's USD at that, so that's like 9,000 AUD. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Will it hold? Who knows? I don't think so. It's cool, but, I mean, the Pokemon market does seem to jump onto the next cool thing every, like, 3 weeks. So, I mean, Greninja Gold Stars was, like, everybody loved that for, like, 2 weeks until they don't. I'm not saying the same thing could happen to this, but, like, those people really tend to just grip onto something and then just, like, 3 months later go, oh, you know what? Not cool anymore. I don't know. It's cool. The box price, I'm sure the box price will do amazing. Like, sealed boxes always do amazing, right? But $6,200 or $100 is a PSA 10. I don't know. It's a bit much. Alright, so this guy said gold stars for the long term. Yeah, gold stars are a decent bet. I would say if you're going to invest in vintage, I'd say buy gold stars. Gold stars are low pop. They have a ridiculous amount of demand and they get crushed during quiet times. Vintage gets slapped so hard during quiet times. You know why? Because vintage needs like not many sales for it to do well. Like Gold Star Rayquaza, for example, right? It was selling for 11k or 12 or 13k as a PSA 9. Come 3 sales being 30k and now it's like that's the norm, right? So the problem is it's very easily influenced, if that makes sense. So the problem is when you have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people selling Mewtwo Gold Stars, it was like PSA 8, PSA 9, it can make it dip quite quickly. So like it'll do really well long term, but I don't know. That's the thing about Modern that's really good is like Modern, because it has such a high demand and it's just growing every single day. Even if it gets slapped, it kind of always bounces back. There are still vintage cards that haven't recovered from the 2020 boom. Like there are still cards that have just absolutely crashed. So I don't know, it could do well. I wouldn't really buy it. Like if the person wants it because they enjoy the card, I'd say go for it. Like if you want to enjoy it and it goes up as well, happy days. But to buy it just to invest, it'll do well, but dude, you should have bought Gold Stars like a couple months ago. Buying them now when they're exploding is it's a bit iffy. I don't know, because they do go up, but they take a long time to go up, and it just already did. So it's like you're gonna wait a long time for your turn, but I'm sure it'll do well long term. Okay, so this guy's talking about the Greninja PSA 10, and he's asking if he thinks it'll do well. Yeah, I think it'll do okay. I mean, look, the problem is it's really, really expensive now. Once again, the best time to buy it was like a couple months ago. It was $200. Dude, those boxes were being sold on Amazon for like $26 USD or like $6 AUD. Mate, I kid you not, they were on sale on Amazon. I told so many people to buy it. Always people saying, nah, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. No one likes Shadow Fable. And I was like, dude, those promos though. I bought, 10 of each? Now, I sold it to people. I sold those promos to people for like $70 each, or it was like $60 or something like that. Those promos, they're good, but dude, they're so expensive now as PSA 10s. Like Raw is fine, right? Like the card Raw is whatever, but I don't like the idea of buying slabs like that, because the thing that annoys me is the fact that it's just gone up so much. And I don't like the idea of something going from $200 to $450 AUD, and then people go, should I buy it? And it's like, dude, like, you come on, man. Like, it was available for a very long time. I understand people get in late. I understand people, buy it and they wonder if they should still buy it, which is fair enough. But, like, why do people always target the thing that just went up? Like there are literally thousands of cards you can buy right now that haven't gone up. I swear people target the cards that just went up and they're like, should I buy it? It's like, dude, there's so many cards right now. Like you can buy this Greninja, or you can just buy like a Pikachu from Surging Sparks. Dude, I'm sure that Pikachu will be $800 or $1,000. I'm sure you could buy the Roaring Moon from Paradox Rift. You could buy other stuff like that. You could buy some other Scarlet Violet hits. Like there are a lot of cheap Scarlet Violet hits, or even some Sword and Shield hits. I mean, they're a lot expensive. You could buy like the Galugia, or I don't know. Buying stuff like this kind of annoys me, because it's like it just went up so much. When a card doubles in price, it takes a while to double in price again. Alright, so this guy said, big trade. He swapped 400 cards for a Mewtwo PSA 10. Was that a bad deal? Now, whether this was a good deal or not, it was purely just dependent on how much value he gave. So basically, he says that on Collector, it was worth $1,600. However, a store offered him $1,500 of credit. Now, when I say dollars, it's actually euros, not dollars. He also put 600 euros in as well. So basically, he swapped 600 euros plus $1,600 worth of value, so 2,200 euros for a PSA 10 Mewtwo. So we've got about market price on that Mewtwo. I would say, yeah, I'd say it's a good buy. The reason why it's a good buy is because that Mewtwo is very iconic. I understand the pop is extremely high, but the pop is high because there's a high demand. That's generally how supply and demand works. If the pop was half the pop that it is now, then the card would be double the price. Now, the pop doesn't really realistically mean much in this situation. I would say it's a good purchase. And the reason is because he got rid of 400 cards. First of all, if you've never tried to sell 400 cards, that alone, he lost 100 euros of value, because on Collector he was saying that it was worth $1,600, but he got $1,500 of value. Selling 400 cards would take weeks, like literally weeks. It would probably take 30 plus hours of listing, discussing, shipping, meeting up with people, and he saved all of that and sacrificed 100 euros. And he has exchanged his money for time, which is extremely smart. So he has done not only well, he has done phenomenal. I believe this guy just absolutely killed it. Like, what a win for him, right? Like, that is great. So happy for him. I'm sure he'll do very, very well. Like, that Mewtwo, dude, even if that Mewtwo doesn't go up, like, realistically, even if that Mewtwo doesn't go up, he can sell for market price. It's such a hot item, you can sell for market price. meaning that he just exchanged 40 plus hours of selling these cards for like 100 euros, which is like 100 AUD. This guy literally, that is ridiculous. Like, that's phenomenal. That alone is just worth it together. But the fact that the Moonbreon is probably going to do phenomenal, and the thing is, when the Moonbreon does do phenomenal, he can just sell it just like that. This guy's winning, like, in every single way possible. Now this guy's asking if he should sell his X and Y cards now to invest in sealed. Now, the guy in the comments actually like nailed it, sort of. He was saying you should wait for 30th anniversary. You should wait for those X and Y sets to come out. So basically, the guy in the comments is right. If you wait, you'll maximize your gains, like 100%. You sell, like a great example is here, this Charizard here, right? This Charizard, I mentioned it the other day, and it was worth like $900 a couple weeks ago. I don't really keep track the whole time, but it was worth around there. Now it's selling for about the 1,300 range, so it's about $400 more. Now, why is that? The reason is because people are getting more and more hyped up about the Mega Evolution Charizard set coming out. Now, what happens when that set comes out is people will look at this card and go, oh my goodness, I love Charizard all of a sudden. And they'll buy this card because they're, they can't think for themselves and they have to buy the latest and greatest thing that they'll just sell in 2 weeks. But what you can do is you can then take advantage of that by selling it to them, but there's a formula, okay? So with Destined Rivals, I swear, my hair is pissing me off. I'm going to get a haircut next week, so dude, holy crap, yeah, let's look forward to that, because my hair is actually annoying me so much right now. Anyways, with Destined Rivals, what happened was all of the original Team Rocket cards went up, and they kind of dumped like a week before Destined Rivals came out. So basically, for the last 3 months of Destined Rivals coming up, so let's just say from, I don't know, February all the way up to May, about there, Destined Rivals, like Team Rocket cards were slowly ticking up. And then about a week before Destined Rivals, people sold and they kind of dumped in price. So what happens is, I don't know the psychology behind it, but basically this card will keep going up and then it'll peak usually 1 week before the release of the Charizard set, and then it'll start to decline. So what you want to do is you want to sell each card you have for each set 1 week before it's released. So if you have any Mega Gardevoirs, which I do, you want to sell that 1 week before release. Then when the Charizard set comes out in November, then you want to sell your Charizard about 1 week before. The Charizard set comes out in November? We are in August, so that's a 3-month window. So this has 3 more months of going up. This goes for about 1,300 now. I would not be surprised if it's like 2K, maybe 2.5K if we're lucky by then. If that happens, what I'm going to do is, instead of thinking it's going to go to the moon and, all of a sudden it's going to be a 5K card. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell it, I'm going to lock in my gains, and then I'm going to run off in the sunset holding hands with Charizard. That's my plan. All right, now Chad made a post saying that real investors don't worry about the bubble. Now, he made a whole paragraph spitting absolute facts, like I'm speaking English, this guy's speaking facts. I'm just going to put the paragraph on screen. I'm not reading that out loud because that's going to take me a million years. You can just put it, you can just read it if you want. You can just pause the video. But for people who can't be bothered reading it, which is like literally everybody, basically what he was saying was that a crash is inevitable, but this is the rules of investing, right? Like, crashes will happen, but that's not the end of the world. Pokemon isn't just going to die. And he was basically explaining that if you're a real legitimate investor and you've been in the space for a while, not Pokemon, but just in general, then you know that corrections do happen, but then you also dollar cost average, so then you're safe from corrections. And I was watching this YouTuber the other day, and I don't like the idea of like having beef and stuff because that's just stupid. Like, honestly, I cannot believe people actually have beef Pokemon investing. Like, oh man, it's so good. Like, I love watching those videos. I love just watching all the drama go down. Literally 2 YouTubers having beef about Pokemon investing. It's just, I love it, man. I love drama. Like, I have an addiction with drama, man. I get withdrawals whenever I don't get any drama. But anyways, basically, this guy's basically saying that dollar cost averaging is basically a cheeky way of investors saying they have no idea what the market is going to do. And he was saying it in a bad way, but it's like, no, that is actually, that's true. Like, you've got it right, but this dude was saying as if it's a bad thing. I'm not going to say which YouTuber it was, but I saw a video of this guy saying that. But that's literally the point of investing. You don't know what the market's going to do. If for anyone who's new to the channel, I had $15,000 worth of Sword and Shield. If I hold that to this day, it would have been worth 120K. I didn't know it was going to do that. I did not dollar cost average. I was not smart about it. I overinvested. I did not dollar cost average my way in. I did not dollar cost my average way out. I was just stupid. I was foolish, and I pay the consequences of it. That's the point of dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is a smart thing. All right, now this gentleman was asking whether you should buy booster models or ETBs. I'm assuming he's talking about like holiday sets. So he's basically saying that the price, that a lot of people are investing in ETBs and they're not really at a healthy price. So he's basically saying, should you buy booster bundles instead? But he also said that ETBs are not as liquid as booster bundles, which I'll just tell you right now, that's not true. I've never had an issue selling either booster bundles or ETBs. They're both easy peasy. You're not selling collection boxes from 15 years ago. You're selling, like modern elite trainer boxes. They're not that hard to sell. But good question. For 151, I would recommend not buying ETBs, and the reason is because the elite trainer box is like 450 to 500 AUD. That's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. That's cool, and I'm happy for people who have it, but like, I don't know. It's just the chances it goes up more. Like, when I say it goes up more, I mean like a substantial amount. Like, what's more likely? ETBs hit $1,000 or booster bundles hit $200? Like, I don't know. The price per pack in ETBs are awful. It's gone up because it's a barely reprinted item. Generally, barely reprinted items like shoot up, but then they kind of stagnate. Will the same thing happen with ETBs? I don't really know, but booster models are a safer bet. But ETBs are, I don't know. It's so hard to answer it. It's a good question. I would say for like prismatic evolutions, both kind of work. But for 151, like, I'd say it's night and day. Like, booster bundles are way better than ETBs. Like, just to put in perspective, an elite trainer box with 151, you get 9 packs. If you buy 5 booster bundles versus 1 elite trainer box, in those booster bundles, 5 times 6 is 30. You get 30 booster packs. That's over 3 times more booster packs. I don't know, man. Like, do I need to say more? Like, I don't know. I would recommend like prismatic evolutions, maybe buy ETBs. 151, I'd buy booster bundles, to be honest. All right, now this guy said, is it worth holding this Horo SIR? I'd say yes and no. The slabs get clapped in like crashes, like absolutely clapped. It's so bad. Slabs just crash so bad. It's genuinely awful. But it's a good card. But here's the problem. Desperate Riles is very new. And on top of that, and I just want to address Desperate Riles for a second. People who are buying Desperate Riles now because it's going up, I just want to say, I don't own any Destined Rivals. I had like tons of booster boxes when they came out, but I sold them all. I don't really care that I sold them and they went up. I don't really care that much. I wouldn't recommend buying them now. And the reason is because they just have so much longer in their lifespan. And it just feels a bit unorganic. And like when I say it feels unorganic, like Evolving Skies made sense when it went up, right? Like Evolving Skies went up to 300 and then 450, 400, 500. This has just gone like 1 week it's selling for 320, next week it's selling for 520. And it's like brand new set, hasn't received any reprints, got a whole lifetime of reprints ahead of it. I don't know. Like I don't think it's worth buying. And also, I just want to say, 151, which is hogging so many of Pokemon's printers in their factories. 151 is soon going to go out of rotation. When they focus those printers on Prismatic Evolutions, Destined Rivals, Journey Together, Black Belt, White Flare, you're going to see the sets. Okay, maybe not Prismatic, because Prismatic is being getting clapped lately. But Destined Rivals, you're going to see a bit of a pullback. Like, okay, it's not guaranteed, but more than likely, you're probably going to see a pullback. And then this card will then naturally pull back as well. So I'd probably say no, to be honest. It's just, there's so much potential for it to go down. And there's so little potential for it to go up short term. Long term, sure, it'll do well. Short term, I'd probably say sell it. Alright, so this guy posted about this 200k collection. Fantastic collection. Like, bravo to this guy. I love that he's only got, like, the good stuff. He's got, like, Fusion Strike, Team Up, Evolving Skies. Like, this guy clearly knows what he's doing. He's very smart. I would not recommend posting this online, though. I mean, do what you want, but, like, I don't know. It's a bit stupid in my opinion. But that's cool. I'm happy for him. I'm going to use that for my thumbnail for the record. Like, I'm just going to say to the guy, the guy's not watching this video, but if he is, thank you for taking that picture, because I'm going to use it for my thumbnail. That is a great picture. Wow. I really would not post that online though, like at all. I don't see why you would. That does not benefit you in any way, it just puts you in more danger. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I'm happy for him. So this guy's asking if the Charizard UPC is a little bit undervalued, and I'd say yeah, like 100%. That Charizard UPC is ridiculously undervalued. In fact, I actually have something to show you guys. I actually picked up this UPC yesterday. I picked it up for the 600 AUD. It's nothing crazy. It's pretty much just market. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. I mean, look, honestly, for me, it's more of just a display and just to have different exposure in, like, Scarlet Violet 151. But you just got to think that the Charizard UPC is cheaper than this. Look at the promos in PSA 10s. They're, like, expensive as hell. It feels underrated. Not only that, it also feels like the packs are really solid inside. The only problem about Sword and Shield that I just don't get is that the packs are so cheap loose. Like, a Surging Sparks booster pack is about the same price as a Lost Origin booster pack. That's ridiculous. Prismatic Evolutions booster packs is actually more expensive than pretty much every single Sword and Shield booster pack except for Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies. That's pretty ridiculous. So you'd have to take that into note that loose Sword and Shield packs are just so freaking cheap. I don't know why, but it's also the same with Sun and even some Sun and Moon packs are just so cheap. I don't really get it, to be honest, but yeah, like the fact that this is more expensive than the Sword and Shield UPC kind of annoys me. I will say though, this one was printed way less than the Sword and Shield one. The Sword and Shield one was available for like $100 AUD or like $70 USD for like the longest time, like a very, very long time. I literally remember picking up cases of Charizard UPCs for like $100 AUD, which is the equivalent of like, what, $70 USD? Now those cases are worth like $2,000. So I don't have any more. I sold them all, but yeah, like it's still ridiculous. So yeah, honestly, I would say it's pretty undervalued. But yeah, guys, that's actually all we have for today. The video is probably gonna be about 20 minutes long, so I don't really want to keep it any longer. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want another episode